The category of book sculptures, or book objects, as I do call them many times, is inspired by two elements that I sort of respond to. One is the idea of censorship, and the other one is kind of a passage of time, is kind of a challenge by new technology. I do, in this category, I use actual books. I use real books that I sort of manipulate into different objects. I usually start with one-of-a-kind things and use one book and then see if I can start pushing it into collages with larger pieces. Like, so you see, for instance, the gallows is like, you know, altogether about 300 books that are strung up as a kind of an execution thing. And that sort of has a reference to both the censorship as well as the role of the book and where we're heading. And I think essentially all the pieces you see in this category are inspired by these two sort of concerns. To me, the book is sort of the cradle of mankind. It's sort of its continuous historical documentation, and we are at a point where it goes in a different direction. We have been at that point before in history, when the flexible type, the movable type was invented in Gutenberg's time. There was a moving away from the handwritten, hand-produced book, and everybody said, oh, that's the end of the world. We went to the mechanized produced book, and now we are facing the end of the book the way we know it, and it becomes the electronic venue that takes over. And so the book itself becomes a relic in some ways, but it also becomes a challenge to resurrect it in a different way. So that's what I'm trying to do with my book objects or book sculptures. And what you see there is essentially elements like hidden or prohibited access, and kind of they're playing on that same level of my general approach to art, is kind of a sense of humor, a sense of irony,